Samsung make a lot of features, and I like to pick apart the ones that I feel don't get appreciated. Here's 5 of them. Let's go. Those of you who have been here a while, you know I like to dive deep into some features. But there's features that I don't feel get appreciated, and I want to put them together into a video. First one, and I appreciate it, but I just don't feel that everyone does enough, and it's single take. I still, to this day, have not seen another phone manufacturer implement a feature like it. And Samsung, since implementing it, have just made it better and better. If you've not used single take before, or if you have no idea what it is, allow me to explain. Single take is basically where you point the camera at an object, or usually like a pet, or usually like a child, or just people in general, and then you just press the shutter button. Single take will then record up to 15 seconds of footage. You can stop it at any time. And then using AI and using the sort of smarts and intelligence, it will basically compose a bunch of photos and videos into an album. That's really the simple explanation of it. The complex explanation is that it looks for faces, it looks for moments, it then adds music, it creates like boomerang sort of shots, and also creates highlight reels. It picks the best moments and puts it together into a little clip. The album itself allows you to delete stuff you don't want, it allows you to change the best shot that you've created. It's really good. Now, a question some of you might be asking is why? It's a great question. Because really, when you think about it, why can't you just record a video? Or why can't you just take a photo? Well, I think there in itself answers the question. If you cannot determine whether the moment deserves a photo or whether it deserves a video, single take has both covered. And it has all the in-betweens covered as well. Because rather than you needing to wait for them to smile or try and force them to smile for that single shot, single take allows them to react and interact naturally, and then it will extract the right moment from the shots that is captured. So it kind of just takes the guesswork out of you needing to capture the moment and just allows the phone to do it. Single take this year got improved also, especially on the S25 series. We'll actually pre-record some moments before you hit the shutter button in case you maybe missed them or didn't capture it in time. So it will pre-record that moment and add it into the footage. And it also added in a dedicated button that you can capture your own stills from the single take moment as it's recording. And for me, this feature just doesn't get appreciated enough, and that's why it's number 1 on this list for me. If you don't know where single take lies on your phone, go to the More tab, look for it, it's right there. Number 2 is AI Select. Rebranded from Smart Select, and the reason why it's rebranded is because there is actually some AI that Samsung implemented to make it better. Now, I'm not going to go through all of what this can do, it's very comprehensive. I just want to highlight a few things and why I think this is better than just a standard screenshot. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm washing the ashes at the same time. What I really like about how this works is rather than just doing a screenshot and then cropping into the part of the screenshot that you want, you literally just get to crop it yourself before you even take a screenshot. So out from the Edge panel, you select AI Select, and then you crop into the bit of the image that you want to capture, and then it just captures that. So much better than having to capture it first, then go in and edit it. You just get it all at the time. Well, it touched his hand. I think that's out. Oh, just. And it doesn't just capture still images that you want to screenshot. It also will capture text as well. It's smart enough to determine the difference between the two, where it will actually differentiate from an image and if you're capturing text, and then you can manually override that if you need to. The big one is just that ability to capture that small part of the screen that you need. And then it'll just automatically copy it to your clipboard, and then you can paste it into the keyboard. It's sensational. Number 3 is how you can voice record inside Samsung Notes. So if you're recording a meeting, right, and you're taking notes at the same time as recording the meeting, what's so great about how this works is it will align when you're taking the notes to when the voice was spoken in the meeting.
Goes on, you can start to figure out context based off what happened in that part of the meeting. So you don't have to write down the whole thing, you just write down partial. And then the voice recording that's being recorded will take care of the rest.
So if you were writing down a note in Samsung Notes and you also want it to align to more context of what's being said, when you play it back later, it will show you the text that you've wrote alongside the voice that you've recorded.
As the meeting goes on, you can start to figure that part of the meeting.
And then you can skip to the part of the meeting that's been recorded and what you wrote down. So if you need more context from what you wrote, it will then play back to you what was said at the time of writing that thing down.
You can start text based off what happened in...
What Samsung have added in to that voice recording now is some AI. So not only will it be able to summarize the stuff that's been said from the meeting as it's being recorded, but it will also now apply audio eraser to it too, where you can press a button and it will just reduce that background noise and isolate the voice a lot better. Samsung, man, they think of everything. Number 4 is private share. Private share, I will say up front, is a Samsung to Samsung feature only. But the whole purpose of private share is it will allow you to send things privately via secure links to someone who's using a Samsung. And then you, as the person who sent it, have complete control over their access level, how many times they get to see it, when it expires. So if they want to click on it and look at it after it's expired, they can't. The viewer of the files also has limited access to the files as well. It's not just a case of the expiry date. There's also a watermark, and everything you do is sent back to the person who sent you the file. And you, as the sender as well, have complete access to see how many times it's been seen, when they accessed it. It's sort of got that back-end privacy about it, that's not a word, that you can go in and see what's happened with that file that you've shared. It's just part of the whole quick share service, where it just incorporates that sort of element of being able to share something but have it be a bit more secure and you have a bit more control about it. And then number 5 is shared albums within the gallery. Now, I still have plans to make a complete deep dive into Samsung's gallery. It's probably, for me, the best photo storing service on any smartphone that's been made. And now I've tried Google Photos, I've tried iOS's Photos app, which is just garbage. And I've obviously been using Samsung Gallery for a long time. Built within Samsung's gallery is shared albums. Shared albums just gives you an option to create a pool of Samsung account users and then upload both of you into an album that can be accessed via the cloud and shared across the different Samsung accounts that you give it access to. So if you're talking about things like family memories or specific children within your family, if they want a dedicated album, you can upload directly into that, and both of you can upload from it from your own Samsung accounts from your own phone. And then you can go in and see it yourself and have access to those photos. You can also have up to 100 people be able to contribute to that album, as well as send someone a link that they can just go and join that way. There's also an opportunity to send the link out to people just to view as well. So it's not just a case of being added to, people can view the album if they want to. It's great too if you go on a joint trip with people and everyone's taking photos on their own phone and you want to collate them all into one shared album. Everyone will have access to put their own photos in there. For example, I've got one from 2019 when we all went to Korea, and there's a whole bunch of photos in there from everyone that sort of attended the trip. So they are 5 heavily underrated Samsung features. And some of them I may have mentioned before in sort of similar lists, but I just think it's worth mentioning some of them again and putting together into one video people can go and find. Hit subscribe to Tech with Benefits if you like content like this. I'm always putting out highlighting features of One UI and Samsung. This is the place you want to be for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. You!